But I think for lightning, the party's still gonna have to split.
Yes. And for lightning, it's tanks to D, tanks and tether to D, everyone else to B.
Is that going to work with splitting up beforehand? Because people on the left side might not be able to make it over to the right side.
It needs to, because otherwise,
Well, I think even if there are people on the same side as the tank, they just need to be further away, and the tanks are just gonna kind of have to angle it so that it's going out of the arena kind of in like a V shape, kind of a tighter V than maybe how it's normally been.
yeah.
It's just like be aware of where the tanks are.
Yeah.
The last one, right?
Make sure that you that any non-tanks are not the closest person.
Right. It's a random order. So
Oh, I don't mean that. I mean, he does the bound last, right?
Yes. It's,
yeah, the tether's gonna resolve last, it seems like.
The spread, and
So
then
it's
really
spread,
big
then
people
big-
fixing, and then that. So if you're, so say Oli gets the tether, she's gonna have to run all the way from B to D in the space. Is there enough time for that?
I don't think so.
I think the tanks may.
It takes a long time to go off. Like we had to go.
I know. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just really far.
Well, yeah, but you have to like stand out further because of the
The double
lightning.
thick. Yeah.
Just bringing it north like we did the first time with the lightning tether.
We could, as long as he's not due north. Because, like, again, we're gonna be dealing with the.
We'll deal with the double thick, but he should be staying facing north. We determined that with the fire one, right? That he stays facing carrot.
It seems so.
Well, you know, you just run out, stay on the sides, and then if you have the tether, run to the north.
Yeah, I guess the we're making a lot of assumptions about the timing. It seems like the timing is generous enough that we can collapse back onto the north-south line.
It's certainly worded that way in the guide, so.
Oh, let's give it a shot then.
Just have to see it. Oh, and the thing we saw a thing for prismatic mist that can help us with confusion, I think.
Just to run in, not just jump.
No, well, we're supposed to anyways, but if the person across from you is also jumping, then you should also run in and jump because it means that your spot isn't safe either.
Yeah, don't run in too far. It's hard to tell which of the directions you were originally coming from.
Right.
Alright.
But I mean that shouldn't matter. Whoever's still on the edge is where we would go,
Yep.
right?
Ready check is out. He's gonna be a little far forward, it seems. That's the world we're gonna have to live in. Buddies. Knock back. The tanks. Can we get either an addle or a reprisal for the lightning tether? You're gonna need to go in between the two lightning puddles. Or just get healed up.
I used Living Dead.
Right out. Fire, go to lightning. Buddies. Your ways. Wow. Drop puddles. And on the tip. Lightning, go to the fire books. Drop the puddles. On the tip. Back with buds.
Position there, Carrot.
lightning get knocked to lightning. Rotate.
Oops.
I can knock back now.
Did you run too far too, Midori?
No, I hit the wrong.
I'm
hotbar.
probably dead.
Back.
I'm definitely dead.
So's the rest of the party.
Oh yeah, I rezzed right on you, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think it counted me as a person.
It did, but it didn't hurt you.
You are a person.
It's fine. The beginning of that pull was really messy.
Did the powder thing go off on the edge? Is that why I died?
During the transition?
During the first sky thing.
No, the powder went off close to the middle.
How
You
did
got
I...
clipped by the tank buster.
But Carrot and Salanter did not.
Whenever you're ready, Tam.
I'm ready. I'm just curious as to how I died and like nobody else did.
Oh, well,
Toes.
we had our usual tanks were swapped at that point. So, positioning might have been exactly the same. Buds.
Oh yeah, I really want to sign something. Maybe next round.
Thick. Tanks. Can I get reprisal or addle on this? Spread out. Fire, go to lightning. Yikes, I ran the wrong way to dodge that. Maybe I could just run further into it and that'll be cool. This is Buds. Yikes.
What?
I know, right?
Voice split.
Ah,
Not everyone was topped.
It's good. We're fine.
Dropping the puddle in. On the tip. Outer mark. Right, you go to fire. Double thick. On the tip. Spread out. Lightning, yep, not to lightning. Forward. Knock back.
What? Oh my god.
Buddies.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
So
damn
we
it.
both got one.
No, wait for me. Wait for me.
I'm gonna try saving Heart of Light for only for the whatever they call Burnished Glories. So I won't have it during the transition, the first one.
is that where you've been using it?
The first one I've been using on the first Burnished Glory. The second one I'm using in the first Sundered Sky.
I don't think we need it in the Sundered Sky. So if you want to, stick it somewhere else, that should be fine.
It'll be the furnace glory after the summoning sky. Spread out. Back. By the tanks. Reprisal cannon.
Ow, I did like 170,000.
It always does.
It usually does 140, 150.
Double thick. South. Fire go to lightning. Bunch of the lightning guy. Spread out. Three-way split. Ready to drop puddles.
Oh, that was too early.
People managed to react on the tip.
It's because it was really obviously early.
I guess I don't have it for that burnished glory then. Lightning go to the fire book. Dummy thick.
That shouldn't have hit Tam.
On the tip.
A little off center.
Buds. Lightning get knocked to light. And I don't have Power of Light for this one either. I'm gonna rotate. Knock back.
Of course it's buddies. Why wouldn't it be buddies? We're alive.
I guess maybe it'll be as soon as we get a announcement time, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Last time I asked, we said delay.
I don't think there's... You know, if we get to a point where we need healer LB, there's not really a... It's not
Go to
recoverable.
the lightning books on the intercardinals. It's gonna be stack after that.
Now that you need to be over here. Yeah, you're still going to the wrong spot.
Wait, what?
Stack up, please. Except for the tank. Oh, carrot.
Fire books. There's no powder marks, don't worry about it.
There's a tether
This
with
is a
us
stack.
that...
It's a stack.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna slow res carrot.
Just go to your normal 8 ways.
Two, 4.
Back to your spots. BD. Then ED eyes. Fire, so 8 ways, then stack, and then get ready for knockback and stack on the bot. Plenty of time here. This is gonna be like ages. Ages, I tell you. Alright, next is another Branch Glory. Can you use your reply whistle for this one? And whatever edgy knight sword.
Dark Missionary wasn't up.
This is spread and then 3 ways. Alright, now drop the puddles. And get in.
Oh,
Watch out for mine.
That's not safe.
And then get away from the tip.
Oh god.
And then we're gonna have a huge explosion. No problem! No
And
problem!
Burnished Glory.
And then I have
I
a
got
reprisal for that one.
Yeah.
Alright, lightning one. 8 ways to spread, and then get the heck out, and then get the heck back in.
We're dead. Yeah.
Oh, and then put it on me. Well, at least I'm not gonna
Fix
die.
the random player. Oh wait, in
Haha.
case... Wait, how did you get hit? Oh no, that's just the dog. Never mind. Oh wait, so Tylee took 2 of them. Oh, interesting.
So he still
Did it
puts
still
out
target
all
Tarot?
8 AoE?
Tarot?
I living deaded. I didn't take 2 hits.
Oh, we died there to the electric because there just wasn't enough health. That bleed keeps ticking
Through that whole thing. It's pretty gross.
right up until the puddles go off is when it stops.
Alright, so do we, let's talk about cooldowns. Let's assume that we have 1 Addle, 2 Reprisals, and then Heart of Light and Dark Missionary.
And
Question. Is the light cones, are those physical?
Pretty sure those are magic. If you're talking about
But they do a physical vulnerability.
Oh, you're talking about the Holy One, the 3-way split?
Yeah.
Those should be physical then, yes.
So melee DPS can throw their thing at that.
Wait, what is melee?
The only physical things are Elemental Break, which is slash.
So like that initial cone. that's it. Yeah, that's the only. So that's
Okay, the Protean.
yeah, that's negligible damage.
I mean, we might as well have whatever it is that melee gets. Whatever it's called.
It's 18k. I would prefer it on a Tank Buster or something.
Well, like, a
Well-
lot of the tank busters are magical.
Oh, yeah. Are there any not? I mean, even just auto attacks, it's better than the 18k reduction. Like 10% off
This is true.
18k is worse.
Can you tell me if Powder Mark is physical or not? Like the first hit.
The big hits that are
It's not.
not magic are Burnt Strike,
That's the charge.
Attack.
That's his
Auto.
auto attack.
Yep, auto attack hits for 40k. So just use it randomly for auto attacks. It's perfectly
Just
fine.
whenever it's gonna fit into your rotation. For Addle placeholder, is there like a good spot for you to use it?
It really just depends on my rotation. 'cause
I know.
he keeps asking for it, and I'm like in the middle of casting Despair, and I'm
I
like, oh,
know.
I can't do anything about this.
Is
So you can either despair or you can despair.
It's really like if I have a Thundercloud or something available, then yeah, I throw out Addle,
Can-
but it's super inconsistent.
How long's that Addle real quick? Is it 12 seconds, 15 seconds?
It's 10.
Okay.
okay, so it's a
Can-
reprisal basically.
Can I get Addle specifically for each of the lightning tethers? That's all I care about.
I'll see what I can do. I think I can work that in. It might
Because you
involve,
should
like,
know it's
split
coming.
that.
You got a long time. You have 10 whole seconds to find a spot to hit.
I will search for a proc when Thunder's coming. I make no promises.
As for the last thing, I'll do reprisal on the first. So, we have, what is it? Heart of Light and Dark Missionary, and the 2 reprisals. Obviously, we don't want to use our reprisals at the same time, and we don't want to use Heart of Light and Dark Missionary at the same time.
I think healing wise, I think it's definitely necessary for that second cycle because that bleed's going to be ticking into whatever the effect is. So I definitely want something stronger there.
They're both 10%.
Well, then just put one. Then that's whatever.
Dark Missionary is also 15 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do Heart of Light or Dark Missionary right before the Burnished Heart goes off, it will still be on for part of the elemental break. And of course, we can always have a what is the name of the melee thing?
Faint.
Faint?
Faint.
Faint?
Yeah.
It's like red hand.
Yeah. It looks like you're slapping.
But yeah, if we could have one of those for each of the cycles, then
Cone, you're just talking
that's
about the auto attacks, right?
well, it'll also affect the first cone. The
Ooh, not
protean
nothing,
that's-
but
it's not nothing. And if it's like we have that bleed and we have the cone and then we have either the stack or spread, it's
I'm gonna Asylum that first Burnished Glory. Temperance the second one. Pray on the third.
I mean, I try to use
You
my
mean
third
use
eye to reduce my
Tetragrammaton
own
on
damage,
yourself?
but
Yes, I will use Tetragrammaton on myself.
I mean,
The
that's
cool-
basically praying.
cooldown on Scholar Asylum.
Sacred
is-
Soil's a lot quicker than Asylum.
It's
30 seconds.
30 seconds, right? So
yeah,
you can get
it's
the
the
first
third.
you can get the first and third with Sacred Soil.
I can get all 3.
Really? They're 30 seconds apart?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably like the best cooldown in the game.
The
So-
well,
It's short.
it only lasts 15 seconds, and people can walk out of it. The radius is the circle of that inner circle right now.
Yeah.
It works
But if
for
it's-
fire. It does not work for lightning.
If it's up for the Burnished, then it would still be up for the first hit of the three-part hit.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what happened.
I'll be able to plenary the first and third Burnished Glory or the hit of Elemental Break. Whichever one we think is best, because the cooldown on that 60 seconds. When is Seraph up?
I can use it once.
Yeah, I can only use Temperance once, so I'm sticking it in the middle.
I'll probably use it on the third one.
That's good, because I'll be out of mitigation by the third one, so...
Same. I always use Seraph last. It's like, all right, I use everything. Now what? Seraph question mark? It's not really a cooldown.
Yeah, it can be kind of sad.
All right, so I'll use Reprisal on the first Burnished, and then I'll use Heart of Light on the second one, and then Reprisal on the third one. So if Tyleet can get just save Dark Missionary for the third one, and Reprisal the second one.
The third what? The third.
Burnished
Okay.
Glory.
Okay, third Burnished Glory. Okay. Reprisal
Admit-
2, Missionary 3. Okay.
And we
Hey,
should have
Dory,
enough on the first one.
When are you tacticianing or troubadouring? Sorry.
I was asking. But my mitigation didn't even make it into the discussion. I'm just kidding.
I was getting there. It's going down the list.
I don't have. I mean, you just mean in the last phase, right?
I mean, just in general. Like, I'm just trying to get an idea.
I tried to use it on the holy explosion slash burnished because it covers both of them, or it's up
Yeah.
for both.
That's a good spot for it.
And then I don't have a spot after that.
And the cooldown's what, 120?
Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
That is longer than Heart of Light.
So it is up in the last phase for something. So put it wherever you want. Or we were talking about putting it in the second one, but
Yeah,
If things look sketchy, throw it up, I guess.
it's good on the lightning one because it's far. Right?
Oh, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the range on?
the problem is, right, when he's casting Burnished Glory, I don't know if it's gonna be lightning for the next thing yet, right? Or I
Yeah,
guess it'll still.
You can throw it out when he starts casting
Okay.
that Cycle of Faith. It should cover everything then, or if you want to throw it out right towards the end.
My experience always healing was that on stuff this like because the 3 cycle or 4 cycle thing happens a lot in fights, right? Is that the first one is fine as long as you're ready for it, but if you're behind, and the second one puts people low or starts killing people, and then everything
Yeah.
falls apart.
It's like Quietus in E2. Like if that first one just kind of goes south, then everything snowballs.
Yeah. So if we're more prepared for the first one and we have some cooldowns, I think it'll go a long ways.
It's
So
really
probably
easy to
over-preparing.
pre-shield for the first hit of something when you're like coming in from like a snooze phase, like 8 abs or whatever.
You guys also just rezzed like 2 or 3 people right before that too. Spent all your mana and
Also spend all my cooldowns on the first hit.
Check your food.
execution time.
Red. Tommy tick. With the tanks. Oh shit. I wasted the cooldown. Knockback. South. Buds. Get go to lightning. Go to lightning side. Buds. Spicy. Three ways. Ready to drop puddles. In. On the tip. Finally go to the fire books. Drop puddles. On the tip. With buds. Lightning get knocked to lightning. Forward. Nope, rotate. Rotate. Knock back now. Three-way split. I don't have any mitigation for this. This hurts. Alright, this is the go to your fire puddles. That's going to be on the cardinals. And then spread out.
I'm sorry, placeholder. I have nothing for you.
Okay, man, Horde, I'm good.
Okay.
Independent black mage that doesn't need no help.
I also have nothing for you, Carrot.
I got him. Sort of.
Go to the lightning books. I'm gonna go to D.
Fully, get out.
All right, we made it this far.
Oh.
光が強すぎて気配を探れない
All right, 1-3. AD or AC. All right, here comes the real show. Pre shields and shit. I got Adel for this one. Lightning cycle. Spread out. And get out of his stuff. Extra thick. Alright, now to tanks. Tanks up north. Tether up north. Excellent. Another Burnished Glory. Got this one. Holy one. 3-way split. Then drop balls. To the sides.
Well, I had the tether, so you wouldn't have to worry about it?
Probably.
Alright, go to. Nope, it picks a random
It's gonna
person.
go
Get-
on a random.
Okay.
Stay away. And then heal up for this hit. Okay, last Burnished Glory. I got Missionary for this one. Fire, so stack with your buds. Get out of the thing, use anti-knockback, and run to his back. Run to his back. Stack on his butt. Everyone on
We
his
don't
butt.
have any mitigation. We're so
Everyone on his butt.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's it. Just one more Burnished and then the Enrage.
Oh, I guess I'll just swift past the broil. 15%.
14.
14%.
Wow. Alright. You have officially died to Enrage.
How long is this fight total?
Feels like 12 minutes.
What? That seems a little low.
Yeah.
4,000? For the whole party?
No, just for me. It's pretty awful.
Yeah, the encounter DPS is going to be like, what, 110,000 or something like that?
Oh, like raid DPS is
Don't we need 125 for this one?
I pulled that number
Ooh.
out of nowhere. I don't have ACT running it, or I didn't.
I know
because-
each 10 is 110k. That's the bare minimum.
we're at about 115 when we're not dying.
Did
We're
anybody
getting
get
damage down.
damage downs?
Oh, good point. We're getting about 125 in the opener for the first phase, so we definitely can do it.
This is also people not potting and such, so.
Well, if you keep drinking pots, you'll be a potty mouth.
これが私が思う最強の存在。あの獣がトイレの魔力を
Spread out. Back.
Wait, what?
That was weird.
I just wanna
fell
start
off
over.
the edge.
I was standing on top of Ty Lee. How come he's not dead?
He was.
He was.
Oh,
He was.
Oh, tank privilege. Oh, whoops. Whoops.
No, I died to getting knocked off.
What was my DPS for that enrage poll?
It's hard to calculate because it's in a bunch of segments.
Did you hit your buttons hard?
I hit them so hard.
Are we gonna need to call a counselor?
I might need a new keyboard.
私が思う最強の存在。
Don't hit keyboard ちゃん。
獣がトイレの魔力を
Buds. Thick. On the back. Tanks. Could use a little mitigation here. Spread out. Just play LB. Does fire go to lightning, right? I didn't see.
I hope so.
Well, 50-50. Lightning. Do that. Why am I a bad player?
Very deep question.
Buddies. Ways. Drop the puddles. And on the tip. Little lightning books. Drop the puddles. In. Breaking a little early. Nope, I didn't. On the back. Buddies. Lightning, get knocked to lightning. Take a step forward. Anti-knockback.
Lightning.
Spread out.
Oh, crap. I was trying to do positionals.
I guess I still use it.
Go to fires. It's going to be on the cardinals. And then spread out. For Mark, I need help. Go to the lightning books. Go to B.
Okay.
Illusion something or another.
2% lower than last time.
光が強すぎて気配を探れない。
1 and 3.
Your spot's safe. Don't run in.
Yeah, I don't know why you ran in there, Tim. I followed you.
Same.
1-3. Ride or die time. Hopefully ride. Dying sounds bad. I have first reprisal.
Oh, I'm an idiot and forgot Asylum. So there it is.
Holy, so 3-way splits. Run to the sides. Run in now.
Oh god, get out.
Get away from the zip.
Oh, hit me as well.
Oh, sh.
What that triggers?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Just need shielding. We should have been okay.
I just need to remember to not tank him as I normally would.
We are quite a bit behind on DPS though.
Yeah, we're 13% behind.
And nobody died that time, right?
No,
No,
there was
Oh,
some
no, we
deaths.
died.
We had a bunch of deaths.
I'm blocking it out.
And a few damage downs.
By the time I get to cycles, I'm like, no thoughts, only Medica 2.
Pretty much. Like, my DPS that run was atrocious because I'm just like spamming cooldowns. You look down, you have like no cooldowns, 1000 mana. Like,
Yeah.
what do I even do?
I run out of mana so fast in that last phase.
Buds. Knockback. The back. All fire.
Like a jerk, he wouldn't even turn around.
Thick. With tanks.
Lightning.
Spread out. I need help on this one. Mitigation. Lightning, go to fire.
About 130k right now.
Oh,
That's 2
please.
deaths.
Hopefully. That's a good plan, I guess.
I gotta get more potions.
All right.
Grab me a drink.
Take 5?
The Dragoon opener must be really good because I'm always doing better than Tam for like the first 3 minutes, and then by the end of it, he's like way ahead.
I mean, I do have somewhat of a burst opener, but it's like way at the end.
Yeah, because you start with 0 Kenki and 0 Sen, so.
Well, I don't even use any Kenki like for the first bit of it for like Shinten. It's all for Kaiten.
If
Pretty
we only
much.
measure the first 6 GCDs, I think Gunbreaker has the highest burst.
Yes, they're pretty good.
If he does the Burnt Strike Fire first, like everything lines up so well for me. If he does the Lightning first, everything is like gone to shit for me.
Keep searching for infusions, even though they're called tinctures now. Why they gotta do that?
Well, they're better than me. Every time I start searching, I search for grade, and then I'm like, wait.
Would you perhaps like some grade 3 dark matter?
I mean, at the end of my burst, I do 2 1500 potency attacks, but that's way at the end.
What is that? Is that the 60-second mark?
No, at in the opener, after about 9 GCDs in, I get to do a 1500 potency attack twice.
Oh, that's not so bad. 9 GCDs. I mean, it's not short, but
Actually, let me count. My 10th and 11th GCDs are 1500 potency.
oh, okay, yeah. That's not too far off from what it used to be then. Because I remember you used to, put up your buffs, throw out Higginbana.
Yep,
And then
that's it.
you get your 3 stacks again, and you do your thing. You do your thing. Most groups, like the opener that I've been using, I have Battle Litany up like right away from Dragon Sight. Maybe I should be moving it back for you. Maybe it's different if I'm with a samurai.
Like, is it in like your first couple GCDs?
My opener is True Thrust, then Dragon Sight, Vorpal Thrust, and then Battle Litany. It's after my first and second GCDs.
So yeah, 8 GCDs later is more than 10 seconds. Yep, that's gone.
Well, no, so Battle Litany does last 20 seconds. It's actually lasts
Oh.
time.
Then it's up.
Just barely. But yeah, I guess it is. Dragon Sight's not. Dragon
Or
Sight's 15 seconds.
Or should be if I don't fuck up my opener.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything about that.
Battle Voice is worn off by then, though.
No, the thing that I'm trying to get more in the habit of doing is using my third eye for everything that I can to get more damage in.
Did they make it better? Please tell me they made it better. Because if they didn't make it better, it's actually not worth using. I assume they made it better.
They haven't made it. It's 220 over the 320, but it only costs 15 Kenki gauge.
Yeah, so that sounds like the same as before. And if that's the case, it is a 1.67% increase over the other skill. Which technically isn't 0, but considering that you have to use an extra skill to block damage beforehand, it's pretty low efficiency. So it's kind of a lot of effort for what you get.
But most of the time it comes up in parts where I'm not using any off globals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, that's the thing I need to do for this fight, is I need to move Piercing Talon in place for specifically the lightning.
Because after like my opener, I don't use like any off globals pretty much, unless it's Shinten. Until the next burst phase.
I need to do some reading under Goon, but I've always been super tired after raid these last couple of weeks. I haven't been able to do it.
There's a lot of potencies.
That is a lot.
Alright, I'll start using pots now.
Go to your local dispensary.
That's what we stepped out of the dungeon for.
That's
I know,
for the
right?
weed.
Placeholder needed vape juice.
Reds. Heck. My foot shock. Knock back. The back. Thick. Tanks. Need help on this elemental bridge?
Sorry.
Ah, crap.
Well, so white.
Apparently, when clicking on a page,
You still can't have my buddy.
I was looking at my
Numbers?
abilities and their cooldowns instead of looking at what element was coming up.
Trying to steal my buddy.
Tam. So just if maybe not this time, but let me know if at least Battle Litany is not up for your 2 big hits.
Wait, can you adjust that?
I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm an adult.
Shit, can you put it like a GCD and a half later? Because then my Xeno gets in it.
Yeah, I just do what the guides tell me. So yeah,
Okay.
there's actually like 2 GCDs in my opener where I actually don't hit any off-global cooldowns, and then I go back to hitting off-global cooldowns 2 at a time.
More like awful global cooldowns. I don't know where I was going with that.
これが私が思う最強の存在。あの獣がトイレの魔力を。
Buddies.
practice a little bit.
Were we too close?
Yeah, it's very, very tight. You guys
It's
graze each other every time.
well, that's also because like DPS is supposed to move to Cardinals.
Yeah, you just move enough to the Cardinals. Because we were fine. I was fine. You were.
If Tim doesn't move, because his gets really close to Oli every time too. So
His gets really close
if you
to
guys could be,
Sorrento, too.
well, if you guys could be on the Cardinals, that would be helpful.
I think I was probably late, but that was probably.
Buddies.
I guess I was just aghast. That placeholder was never killing me.
Come on.
Oof.
On the back.
Were you against him?
We were not planning for you to stack. Holy cow, thanks for the medicine.
I don't have it for carrot now.
Yeah, it's fine with that. Thanks, Bob.
I mean, it's like basically a piece of wet tissue paper, but
Yeah, pretty much.
Based on the target's HP.
Nope.
oh no,
Wait,
no.
what?
Did you not shirk to me?
I probably would have seen a macro in my thing if it had gone off. Yeah.
No, I think it's what 20% like your own HP, so it's like 24,000 shit.
Equal to a heal of 500 potency.
Oh, okay, so it's potency based now.
Oh, okay. So it's like stop critting.
It is no longer. It used to be stone skin, but now it is actually. They've moved to everything is potency based.
It's like 20.
And it works with Mine. Nature's Mine buffs it.
Wait, mini affects abilities?
That is what I was reading through the White Mage guide a couple days ago to see if they had fight-specific tips, and it said it was buffed by Mine.
I've been doing that to the lightning person. Do you want me to do it to carrot instead?
No.
No, keep it on the lightning person.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need it more.
Wait, does that mean XCOG is affected by lightning? That would be big for me.
I would have to look at Mine's tooltip, actually.
Okay. I'm a recenter. Knockback. In the back. Sick. Why did I do that? Can't run back.
It's the tank
tanks.
privilege.
Reds. Go to fireside. Lightning. Red. Three-way after this, after this. Ready to drop puddles. And on the tip. Lightning to the fire book. Knockback. On the back. Away. We're good. Alright, fire, get it knocked to fire.
We will rotate.
No. Yeah, rotate now. That's too many deaths. Did everyone die too? Did you get clipped by the thing?
I'll move too slow.
I mean, it might be worth it to see things, but
I think we've seen things.
Oh, by the way, I figured out why I can't delay that. Because then it's not up for Chaos Thrust, and they line up like I have zero skill speed. So if they get off there, they're off the whole fight. So maybe I can't delay it much. Unless there's an alternate opener, which I'll check for. But that seems unlikely.
Was one damage down?
I saw one. Yeah.
Well, if we don't manage to get it tonight or Friday, not that we don't have plenty of time to clean it up, we should all have weapons next week.
Cough, cough.
Absolutely. We absolutely will have weapons next week.
If I do one expert, I can get 2 pieces of gear.
Oh wait. I have 5 blades. I
Yeah,
can
so you
a
get one
blade
this
this week.
And Tuesday.
You will need to have the 1,000 tomestones ready for reset.
I can have 900 by the end of the week.
What was my DPS that last poll? I thought I was doing pretty well.
Edge at 19.8.
Wow. Where did I lose it all?
I had it at 20.96.
Yeah, 20.96 on the
understand.
first phase.
I assume that's just because of different timer breaks or something.
Like,
why,
what does
why
it
do I see
say?
different numbers?
What do you see for the duration?
604.
Yeah, so mine says 256 because it's carving it into multiple sub fights.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll take Konava's numbers.
That's just your phase number. It's not your overall DPS.
Pretty sure Midori said BRB and has yet to say she's back.
Ah,
I can vouch for that, but she is.
Okay, but we just keep spamming ready check.
Then
Eventually
one
it'll
of
go
them
through.
will work. Eventually.
I don't even want my weapon. The stats are so garbage.
I mean, I lost like 590 crit.
Yeah, we all are. Switching from that stuff into the next one. Feels bad.
Mine actually was the same stats. I think the main stat was just what, or the main
Mine
substat
wasn't.
was just what.
Shut the fuck up, Tam.
Must be nice.
I have
Samurai's the golden
668
child.
tenacity, and that's gross.
私が思う最強の存在あの獣がトイレの魔力を
Stack with the buds. Double thick.
Oh my god! I pressed the wrong button.
Knockback. By the tanks. I need help mitigating this next hit.
Did that have any mitigation?
I don't know.
it had
I asked for it.
I threw up missionary.
Oh, okay.
elimination, but that doesn't do it.
I sent good vibes.
I think that was lightning. Can you take like 2 steps to the left? So close, I'm so scared every time. Buddies. Three-way. Puddles. In.
What?
That's 2 damage downs. Well, 1.5.
We've had 3 so far.
Three damage downs and no deaths.
Yep.
Wasn't there a death?
I died.
Damn, died.
Go to the fire book. Knockback. Or get knocked towards fire. Oh, sorry. I was ahead of myself. That was the next one. This is Buddies. This is the one. Get knocked towards fire.
Rotate. Okay. I live just to prove that I can.
Alright.
I don't think there's any point to this.
Yep.
So what do we want to do? You want to decide an explicit threshold for when to wipe?
I think like 3 deaths or like 4 or 5 damage downs is no way we can come back from that.
I'm kind of, if it's a main DPS that dies, it's a wipe. We're pretty far behind right now.
I think we're averaging at least 1 damage down in the first phase, sometimes more than 1.
Yeah. Well, but that just goes towards the count, right?
Yeah. Just like in general from what I've noticed. And like when I have to heal. Because like obviously if you're getting damage down, you're eating something you shouldn't.
Look, 3-second rule.
It's like when you're lactose intolerant, but you really like cheese.
Coworker that was exactly that. Although it was ice cream, not cheese. And they would specifically have a day where it's like, okay, today's going to be my not fun day. And they take their whatever, like, Lactaid Like, let's do this. As long as they go into it knowingly.
No, the not fun day is the day after.
No, it's that day.
I guess later that day.
It's an hour later.
Ice cream's always worth it, though.
Yeah, it's about two or so hours after eating it. Ba-da-ba-ba, 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 ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. Reds. Back.
My toe was in.
Back.
Son of a bitch. I just lost an entire fire bid. This is ridiculous.
I guess that counts as a damage down stack.
It's definitely a feels bad stack.
Is it time to do my experiment thing?
I don't know what your experiment is. You haven't told us, and I don't want to be surprised.
Right here, standing right here should be safe. It is.
Big brains coming out. I like it.
Double thick. Tanks. Buddies.
Oh yeah, that one always has me. I'll put up Tailwind. Doesn't do anything. But
Fire, go to lightning. Out of the lightning. Buddies. Burnished. Three ways. Drop puddles. In.
It's too early, god damn it. Okay.
On the tip.
Ooh.
Alright, go to the lightning books. Drop puddles. In. On the back. Buddies. Fire, go to fire.
Rotate.
Anti-knockback now. Pots are back up. Buddies. Fire, go to the cardinals, or between cardinals. Lightning puddles. And then it's spread. Lightning, go to firebooks. A.
Fire stack.
How did my corpse charge? I am getting a little tilted.
BD.
Big deal. Same thing.
Same.
lightning. So spread. And then get out. In. And then tanks at the north. I don't have anything for this one.
No, I have one stack.
Buddies. Anti-knockback. Run to the south. Reprisal for this one. Gonna be the Holy Trio. Now drop your puddles. In.
Stay away.
Then stay away from the front.
Pots are up.
I'll get it.
Keep an eye on that LB2. Hit it.
It's not going to be enough, but
Oh, so close.
0.7.
Yikes.
Ugh.
We got sub 1% as opposed to if we didn't use LB, it would have been a 3% wipe, and that feels like so different. I'm sorry I died. Nice. I'm just gonna start popping Nebula early.
How many damage downs were there?
Like a dozen.
I think 4.
Well,
So we were at 25 at the start of that last phase, so if we can get sub that, we're probably fine.
Which is, for the record, is 5% ahead of our previous best.
Yes.
to be fair, a lot of the
Food
damage
check.
rounds went on tanks and healers.
Yeah.
Question. What if, for the Holy Puddle drop, would it help if the melee stayed in and stacked together and then rotated around?
I mean, yes. But it's pretty marginal.
Okay. I was just curious.
Like, I'm not losing a whole GCD there.
Okay.
I need to always have a gap closer.
Food check.
Red. Knockback. Okay.
Don't you do it to me. I need this fire true to hit. Son of a bit! Okay, we saved it, we saved it. I love everything about this.
Full thick. Tanks hide.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, they're so bad.
Stack with buds.
It's probably white. Oh, somehow we lived.
Thanks, Embalm.
This guy, go to fire.
Oh, go to fire. By the way, it's unlikely we will get LB2 again this time on that final phase.
I'll play chicken. We'll get it.
Watch that lightning. Don't get a damage down. I have no mitigation for this.
Got him.
I need him for the next
He's up.
round.
He's up.
Actually, we might not. Three-way. Drop your puds. In. Tip.
Pots are coming back up soon.
Probably best to use it after we come out of the next phase.
Yeah.
Go to lightning.
Double thick. The back. Next animation coming soon. Spreads. Get knocked towards fire.
Oh, wait. What?
We needed to rotate.
How much does that give you? Like 2%?
Like 400, 500,000 damage or so.
Also, I'm going to use my pot when it comes back up.
I think there's enough time there to get it all in.
Yeah, and more importantly, at the end, there's not. If you wait till the third phase to pop your second pot.
My pot doesn't line up with my burst.
It doesn't line up with mine either.
It's still an increase.
It's probably not going to line up with anybody's burst.
You wait till the third, it does.
Right. The second one is just wonky.
I think the second phase is longer than the first phase.
First phase, we seem to get it down to about like 75. Second phase is like 45.
I get 2 full cycles in the first phase. I get a little more than 2 full cycles in the second phase.
And the third phase is just short.
We should be pushing 73 in the first phase and 42 in the second.
Watching the numbers, so.
That's what we want to be at.
Buddies. Knock back. By tanks. Double thick. Spread out. Lightning go to fire. Is that lightning?
Pace is good.
Buddies.
Three-way. Pop your balls. And on the tip. I have no mitigation to help.
Potion soon.
Sorry, placeholder, you missed the cure 3.
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
I got tilted because he picked me up in the middle of my despair cast.
Does that count as movement?
When it picks you up, yeah, absolutely.
That sucks.
Yeah, because usually if you're casting despair, it's because you're about to finish your phase, which means I don't get my despair and I lose my Enochian, which also loses my Xeno. Feels real bad. And I absolutely murdered you, Kanata. And you're very polite for not calling me out.
Yeah, but he also took a weird path there.
Well, there were the left and right side of me were blocked from late or from early goings.
But like, if he dropped the puddle like here, which is about where he dropped it, you were standing here, and you ran like this.
Yeah, because there's a second puddle right here that also got dropped.
No, but that one wasn't actually there.
Well, from my screen, it's hard to tell, right? You gotta make a choice.
Don't bitch. Run straight towards the middle.
Bro, it's wrong.
Straight towards the middle is definitely bad.
Nope, always correct.
There was a
Not if you get a
puddle
greedy
right
melee
here.
that jumps in too soon.
But then it's their fault.
That's never happened.
Never. Why would that ever happen?
Look,
I'm not greedy.
these charge skills are instant cast, and you might miss out on 1/100th of a second on your GCD.
When I jump out, I have 1 GCD, and then I need to get back in.
Yeah, I actually have to. I can't jump out and back in. I have to run out and then jump back in or something. So I do
Flip.
lose.
Have to perfect your going forward and back.
When we're going for parses, I'll be greedier, but when we're going for a Claire, I'm a little more conservative.
Red. Dummy thick. Tank side. Back. Stack. Go to lightning.
Face is right.
For the lightning guy. Finished. Way split. Ready to drop puddles. The tip. Mitigate.
Potion soon.
Go to the fire books. Drop balls. On the back. These. Knock towards fire. Good.
What? What?
Somebody was standing too far back.
I think we should just wipe.
That's why.
You can
Or Stack up tight there.
stack on my donut. That's not lewd. I promise.
Yeah, people were standing like this far back, which they should be here.
On the nub. And also, you should run towards the along the diagonal towards the
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know. You guys all try to optimize something that doesn't matter. Just run straight diagonally back. People getting hit by the lightning shouldn't be getting hit by that.
100% agree.
If we all are standing on the wrong nub and we're an eighth of a turn off, well, then we're all fucked. But
Yes, but remember, 43 actually means 44,
That's true.
and 42 actually means 43.
I think the number that they're referring to, that they're looking up, is the number as displayed in the game.
Who's looking up number?
You're saying what number we need to be
I'm
on
just
pace.
pulling it out of my ass.
Wow.
yeah, we know.
I have
Wait,
no idea.
Way to fucking pull the curtain back. Come on. Fucking. How do I always end up selecting myself?
Educated guess.
Well, I trust your educated guess because I have no reason to. Double thick. That's DPS.
Please no.
You gotta figure something out.
It's always in that part of the rotation. There's nothing I can do. If I don't have a Thundercloud, I'm screwed. Just gotta not get targeted by it. That's the meta.
That sounds like the current crafting meta. Tank side. Spread out.
Yep. Yep. I have no excuses. No, that was absolutely me. I caught both of you with my one lightning.
Yeah, I was like looking at Salento's HP because I knew he'd be low. And just staring at it like 108. I think it only does 96, so I should be okay. And I see that you probably did an insta heal. It's like, oh, he got topped off for some reason. And like half the party dies. I'm like, what happened?
At least on Friday, if we don't get it tonight, we'll have a tiny bit more leeway. A tiny, tiny bit.
I mean, the thing about raiding in a situation like this is that we're going to clear it the first time that we don't do a major fuck up.
We're gonna clear it as soon as I stop using pots.
Yes.
Everybody just don't pot.
Or we'll clear it on the clear where placeholder dies in the first phase, but we keep going anyway.
Yeah,
Live in that world.
yeah.
It's like, this is the one that's going on the records.
Guys, don't pot this time, wink wink.
If I must take one for the team, so be it.
Like, it's going to be that time when everybody pots but you.
You need a Lala sacrifice.
I try to click it and it doesn't go off. I say, screw it, I'll just go anyway.
He was implying all of you. any one of you could be the person who doesn't pot.
私が思う最強の存在あの獣が
Who's going to be willing to make that sacrifice?
Spread. All right, no more talking. I can't talk in raid.
Oh, fuck.
Reset.
Who can I bill these pots to, by the way?
I mean, all of us.
We need a
It's fine.
we need a tip jar.
I mean, if you want, I can just buy you some.
No.
We need a
I'm
kill.
kidding.
We need a kill jar. Every time you kill other people, you put 1 million in the jar.
Oh.
Ooh, $1 million.
That's spicy. I mean,
million? Ooh.
I've got a lot of gil, but that racks up.
I don't have that much gil.
Food check. Just in case.
Stack. Double thick. Back. Fine. This is fine. Tanks. Spread. Go to fire. Look for the lightning. Three-way. You're ready to drop puddles. In. On the tip. Go to the lightning books.
Pots are up.
Knockback. On the butt. This is the world we live in, by the way. Spread out. Lightning, get knocked to lightning. One more GCD, just one more, come on.
Ah. It's gonna go on somebody random.
Rip.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Sorry. I thought I had the other one.
May or may not be last pull, depending on how late people are willing to stay tonight. But we should make it the last pull.
Yes, this is the last pull.
The last pull.
Trademark.
Is it like eating the last cookie?
Hopefully we all get it as opposed to nobody gets it. Breads. Knockback. Back.
Just a little bit. That's how I solve it.
Well done.
I have to get greedy.
You're losing Eno-chan.
Just, rate adjust.
Full thick. Tank side. Stack butts. A black mage hop. Go to far side.
You know, triple cast is up.
God.
Huh?
Oh. Sorry, never mind.
Fire side. Need that tether. Lost that lightning. No damage downs.
What the fuck?
But three-way. Puddles.
Oh,
This is not. Nope. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Alright, hit yes for one more pull.
We need to reset the instance.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, hit yes to go back in.
Go back in for one more.
yeah.
If Tam has to leave, then that's it.
I mean, I don't have to leave. I don't want to come back in just for one more pull.
But then we can one-shot it.
We can get the stream where the timer is still in the like the 80 minutes. Yeah. No. You guys for it.
Okay. See
That's
you all.
fine.
Somebody who has to go, but if we're going to try to cut off on time, can we try to start on time? I know it's a crazy request, but people are trickling in for 15, 20 minutes every day. Even I, who am working literally up to 2 minutes until we start, I try to at least be like logging on or installing the patch
I'll do
to
expert.
start. So if people are going to be consistently late, like, should we change our raid times 15 minutes back or something, right? Like,
Didn't we start early today?
Then we started at
10 minutes late?
6:25.
Oh, I thought we started at 8:30. Awkward.
And we're ending, what, 20 minutes early?
5 minutes early?
We go to
Like we've
30, right?
well, it's
we've been
it's
trying to go
really
from,
ambiguous.
we've been trying to go for 3 hours, which should be 2 full lockouts. But that's like if everyone shows up at 6:15 or 9:15 or 8:15 or whatever, wherever they live, then we should be going until 3 hours after that.
And I guess it's also how long of a break are we taking between lockouts?
Ideally 5 minutes. We can do 10 minutes if people really need it, but it should be closer to 5.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Like if people need to do stuff, that's fine. But you know, if you don't need to do it, then
Because I think last night we took like a 15. Like
Well,
it was a long break last night.
that was much longer than normal. But even normally, we do not actually need that long.
We can just do 2 parties. You don't need to do this weird thing where you invite people and then you drop party.
Yeah, don't drop party.
Yeah, that's 5. I don't mind doing it twice.
Do it with Salenta and myself.
Oh. It's more hilarious with Puck sometimes. I.e., it's more fail.
Just remember not to mysteriously leave the instance right before the final boxes come.
Almost as good as when Karen and I returned before the final thing.
Wow. Here, you guys fight this. I'll wait for you at the front.
It was just a trash mob. It was only one trash mob.
It was the biggest trash mob. It's a mini boss. And we're like, nah, we don't need to be there. Who needs a healer?
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct.
I'm gonna go do some sleep and stuff. See you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Yep, thanks.
Gonna keep hitting decimate.
You gotta use them all up. It's like they're charges, right? Can't just let them go.
Alright. Sorry, I had to put abilities back on my bar.
Gets me about warrior is I'm not even using all my abilities. Like I've got more. You used to have to at least use all your abilities.
Like offensive abilities or defensive abilities?
I mean both.
Because some people use vengeance as a DPS for them.
Yo.
It's legit.
Well, when you're using it as a DPS cooldown, it's also when you're using it DPS, it's also a defense.
Yes, because you're getting hit by a lot of people. Sort of by necessity.
It's both.
Jen.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mason Quest
How
literally doesn't
dare
have
you?
HP.
How dare you use equilibrium on me?
Wait, equilibrium?
How dare you heal yourself?
My skill. What's your skill? Shit, what's the scar one?
X-Cog?
X-Cog, that's the one.
No, you get X-Cog like every pull.
But that could have been an energy drain.
No, that's a DPS loss.
Wait, really?
It's only a DPS gain if you use it with Biome. And marginal at best. It's a high
It's like-
frequency.
The principle, though.
No. If you ever even have the chance of needing to heal, that stack is worth more than energy drain.
Fine.
Then just don't need to heal.
Well, part of it is like, I want to wait to make sure I get my full usage out of equilibrium. Right? Like, I want to make sure that I don't waste any of that healing, too. So I'll sometimes let my HP drop on purpose, just to make sure that I am operating under the full efficiency range.
I guess your goal could be don't let X-Cog ever trigger.
Ugh. Yeah. I guess. I have enough HP for that, probably.
Or make my overheal 100%.
What do you
Actually,
imply?
no, my pet will still heal you.
I'm fine with your pet healing. I can't do anything about that.
I could
It's
not
like
do
having
that.
it's like having constant regen.
Unfortunately, this X-Cog will trigger, and it's going to heal you for basically half HP.
When Xcog times out, it just heals anyway, right?
Yeah.
That is an awfully high hurdle.
Gonna be at 100% HP every single time that happens. I don't think it's a viable strategy.
I mean, then you'd be actively, intentionally wasting heals, right?
Well, I can't really. Well, okay, sure. Basically, I can't do anything about it. Who knows when you'll get low, right? Especially in these onions. Yeah, it's gonna kill me. Okay, wow. Okay, maybe not. Wow, maybe not. Yeah. All the casters are like, I want to go into my corner.
There's nothing to target. I lost my buffs. This isn't a shame.
How about I'll just use Xcog as a really big left straight.
I just like. It feels like playing with a handicap.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
For the record, we're about tied in total dungeon here. Last time we did this, you actually beat me.
So you're saying I'm shit today? Or are you doing more?
I'm just doing my normal stuff. Like, it's hard to break the habit of like, alright, I'm starting full, I guess I'll just Xcog the tank and never heal them, or even look at their HP. Like here, I would normally also have this one done, because like, it's free, it's literally free. Or it's just not. Actually, with or without my pet, I don't think it makes a difference. My pet has healed about 30,000 that last pull.
I mean, it's one of those things that like the pet adds up slowly, and but again, it's a constant tick. So.
It is 1/2 of regen at all times.
Yeah.
But that 30k, you gain that much from just walking to the next pull.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. I'm just saying. Like,
oh, pet crit a bunch. I saved 2 whole seconds. So proud of myself.
except on the tank. And I don't want to do something stupid.
And I lost to sprint. Oh! Nice backflip. Random. How
Isn't that a character from some clamp work, like X or something like that?
Hmm?
Kamui Kaoru.
Bro, that's like John Doe for Japan.
You mean for weeaboos?
Yeah, okay, sure, not for Japan, for weeaboos.
I searched for it, and it's just a bunch of weebs, like deviant art profiles.
Yep.
What would be the equivalent for actually Japan? Tanaka Matsuda.
Those are both last names.
Oh, are they both?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess they are.
It would be something like Watanabe Taro. Although that has a very like Showa feel to it. Like
Yeah,
I'm sure Watanabe, like Jiro or Taro or whatever, they're like some 63-year-old guy who works in the field.
maybe for old timers, but
Maybe it's
Kenta.
someone named for their grandfather.
Apparently they use Yamada Taro.
Yamada Taro. Like I said, Taro.
Yep, and for females, Yamada Hanako.
wait, isn't Yamada also a last name?
Yamada is the last.
It is
Well,
the
it's
last name. Well,
not the last name. It's the family name.
Oh, jeez, that's the thing that's throwing. This is the thing that always throws me off. Whenever it's been a while since I've thought about it.
They also use like A-ko and B-ko when they're like anonymizing names.
Oh, but that's different.
But
I mean,
what about
if you're talking
Stiko?
about like John Doe, Jane Doe, whatever, it's the same principle, right? Yamada A-ko.
I guess in one sense. At one point, like, there's a reason why those like. Well, no, I guess okay. Actually, no, I guess you're right. The John Smith or whatever. That would be the actually most popular combination in America, not John Doe.
yeah, John Doe
Well,
is
there's-
used for a purpose, right?
Intentionally anonymous.
There was the guy who went by John Smith who didn't want to have his name publicly known by the Mahjong Club. So he actually just went as John Smith. And that's how he was entered into the system, and I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah. No joke, this was a person.
Maybe
a
he was
little-
hiding his power level.
His power level was pretty consistently garbage. Just throwing that out there. He was not good at Mahjong, and he did not get better. He did not seem to strive to get better.
So maybe he's like Krillin and he has one good attack that always misses.
Except that one time.
Did he ever actually hit someone with Destructo Disc and do anything?
He has to have.
Who?
Otherwise, Krillin?
I guess I'll
Um,
do 12 normal.
Besides slicing up a Cyberman, no.
Okay, Kanata, you tank and I'll heal.
I can't. 70,
Wait, what?
76. Oh, this is for 12 normal if you want to do it.
If you give me a couple seconds to get new gear, sure.
Sure.
Since when does Kanata have an 80 tank?
I'll get one in a few months.
Just in time to
Have to play it at 90. Yeah. Okay, 75. Almost 76.
Actually, I should say I already have the gear. I just need to equip it and meld it. Oh boy, that's a huge drop in skill speed.
Oh, they have a list of placeholder names by language. And there's a whole article on it for English. Nani. Really?
Nani. That's like
That's for
you
objects, though, right?
you would write that as you would write it like that, but you would pronounce it nani.
Oh, you would actually write the kanji?
Kanji would be.
Guys just see circle on my screen.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's how you would write it. You would write circle in place of
Oh.
whatever you're just like omitting.
I see.
But you would pronounce that as nani if you were like just reading through that in a line of text. Kind of like yada yada.
What is this? It says translation, no literal meaning.
Bokeh? Or boge? Hoge.
I guess it means like food.
What is... I don't know what the context of this is.
Placeholder names?
Oh, it's... Okay, that's like foobar.
Okay.
It's like some... It's used as a placeholder for like dummy variables or whatever. There's also
Tam's still melting, right?
there's that.
The heck is that?
You should just Google it.
Looks like a keyboard thing.
But it's a very specific keyboard thing.
It is a very specific thing that shows up a lot.
But I don't understand. Why does a random string of characters have 358,000 results?
Because it's not actually random. That's what happens when you have the IME turned on. You hit Q A W S E D E R F T G Y H U J I K O L P.
Sure.
But that is like the equivalent of...
Yeah.
That would be the English version. They're essentially the same, but like, are you queuing us or what? Like, if a like let's suppose you had some sort of comic or something like that, and the character sees something and it like fries their brain and they're like, I can't fucking handle this. Then people will frequently use specifically that Qualicidor Fujikolp.
Fair enough.
It even has a Wikipedia entry.
I know, right? Purdue's been typing that set string when using Japanese input. That's not even convenient to do, though.
Well, it's the top row, and then the row underneath it, then one over, then one over, then one over, then one over.
I mean, yeah, but like, try typing that fast.
I did. I just typed it.
Oh.
It's not.
Wow. You think these characters appear by magic?
Yes. Effectively.
I mean, it is kind of magic. Like IMEs are. I'm not
Sufficiently
exaggerating
advanced
here.
technology.
They are the thing that allowed Asian countries to participate in the tech boom. Prior to IMEs, it was just like, how are you going to use like this ideographic system?
I mean, did those come first or UTF?
IMEs came way before UTF. Not necessarily specifically the Microsoft IME, but prior to that, what you had to use was you had to have like, at least Japanese, they were able to have the kana keyboard, right? So they had all 50 of the, well, not exactly 50, but anyway, they had all of the kana characters mapped to individual keys. But then it also had the katakana version, and also an English character, and also a punctuation. So every key had 4 functions.
Yes, but when you're in a system like that, the difference between each of those different functions is fairly minimal. It's not that big of a leap. It's when you start getting into the kanji, and that's when I think probably the big leap happened.
Right. So the first thing was the IME to convert the kana into kanji based off of reading. And then they had it where it would transliterate from basically like romanization to the kana into the kanji. Like it's a multiple step system. But that's how, you know, for instance, whenever I'm typing in Japanese, that's what I'm doing.
Back in the old days, didn't they have those like stroke keyboards where for Chinese? You
Yeah,
basically,
so
like,
there's a really
erraticals?
interesting like documentaries and stuff like that on the history of Chinese input methods, because there are over 100 different versions of Chinese input methods that you could learn.
What does IME actually stand for?
Input method editor.
It's like trying to look up the Wikipedia article on this. I was like, actually, I'm not sure. So I was curious what the dates were. I do remember that UTF came into play much later than anybody would think was reasonable, but
Yeah, because before that they were using J-shift.
I've literally never heard that.
That is the JIS, the Japanese Industrial Standard 16-bit. It's like it's like UTF-8, where it is a shift bit system. So for ANSI characters, it is the same as ANSI for the Roman characters, and then for the 8th bit, it shifts to a 16-bit system. So a 2-byte representation for the Chinese characters.
That doesn't sound like it was actually enough.
Well, it was enough to represent the commonly used, basically the newspaper print characters. But it's like, you have a whole extra byte there. Venison.
I mean, UTF-8 was a phenomenal mistake in retrospect.
Why?
It was woefully inefficient and ignorant. It's too small.
Really?
Well, they have multi-bit, so it's like you can get up to 4-byte long character strings in UTF-8.
Yeah, but you need to handle like that super specially. It's a pain in the fucking ass because you don't always know what the encoding is. Like, people don't always tell you, is this UTF-8 or UTF-16? And those are interpreted differently.
Well, so the thing that's funny is you have the bigger problem is the byte order for UTF-8, which if you're just reading the file and you're hitting a lot of ANSI characters, it looks like, you know, you can decode the file, and then you hit a Chinese, or not Chinese, just like anything outside of the 8-bit range, and it's like, blah, it turns into gibberish if you have the byte order wrong.
Yeah, no, I've actually been infuriated with this a couple times.
And so what you're supposed to do for UTF-8 is the first character is supposed to be the byte order mark.
But nobody does that. Nobody puts that there.
Not nobody. It is very common, but if you don't put it there, then you run into the problem where, you know, the program just assumes.
Well, no, I would actually say a lot of people don't put it there. And what's
in
infuriating?
what context?
Like enterprise industry.
Like web page?
Not web pages, but like data transfer, like APIs and stuff.
Okay, well,
Also, yes, web pages, but not like in the...
Like, documents are more frequently found with byte order marks, but if it's just like, here's a raw bit stream or something like that, then yes, I could see how the application would just assume, and you just have to know based off of the API.
Here's the thing what's particularly frustrating about it. You can't prove that you have the correct encoding. It is actually like mathematically impossible to prove that you have the correct encoding. You cannot know for a fact that you have the correct encoding unless it looks right to a person. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it's usually one of a couple common formats, but if they don't specifically specify, you don't actually know for sure that that's correct.
Well, I mean, especially like, even if you know this is like Japanese text, you don't know if it's going to be UTF-8 or JShift, which is what was actually the industry standard prior to like 2000, mid 2000s. So like most Windows 95 programs for Japanese programs use JShift encoding as the like program default. And you had to use your operating system had to have the correct conversion tables in order to display the program properly, which is when you ended up with things like you had basically virtual environments where for a particular program you could shift the encoding, the default character encoding on a per program basis. And this was a thing that, like, you had to have Windows like 2000 Pro. It was not in the home version, the ability to do that.
Yeah. Well, let me list for you 3 different examples of places I've had to deal with this. I've had to deal with this when parsing state websites, modern state websites in the United States,
Gross.
operated by actual United States.
Yes, and
I've also had to deal with it when dealing with credit card processing. So, back-end responses that they give us when they send us shit, and we're like, oh, obviously this is UTF-16, it's fine. And then it's not. And we're like, are you fucking kidding me? And I've had to deal with it when integrating with GIS systems, which are graphical interface, they're mapping systems, basically. But they also don't use UTF-16. And I'm just like, why do I need to know all these different things? Like, why do I need to figure out how to encode this in a particular way? Like, your system is not more efficient for using a fucking stupid... It's stupid. Like, we just assume that it's text or raw text or rich text or something reasonably standard. And it just ends up being like fucking gibberish. And then the SQL system, of course, like doesn't know what to do with that because we encode it incorrectly because we're not handling it properly. Because let's be honest, I'm also not super comfortable with that kind of stuff because it's not falsifiable. You can't prove that you're ever correct, right? And sometimes they'll like start like, no, it's fine. We'll start sticking stuff in the database, and then it turns out it's not fine. We were totally wrong. That's actually not the encoding. Now I have fucking shit in my database and I have to deal with it. That's when it doesn't cause a just parsing error outright. I understand why it's a problem, but it's a very non-trivial technical problem. That's kind of the whole point of my complaint about it.
I'm fucking hard casting a heal. Feels gross. This red mage did less damage than the tanks.
So he's getting your comm?
No, wait, that's not. What happened? Oh, no, it was Salenta on this particular thing. I guess it was the phase. Yeah.
Because I was ranting.
It's like you say, you can't talk and read at the same time.
I have said that for a long time.
They must utilize the same parts of your brain.
Yeah. Sam, Machinist, Red Mage, White Mage,
Shut up!
Dark Knight. White Mage, Dark Knight. I'm signing last though.
All right, now I'm going to sleep.
Have a sleep.
Alright.
Good night.